student, welcome to the lecture series of instrumentation and sensors. Myself Nikita Sukhadia, and let's start the subject with the introduction to the syllabus. Okay, so the subject name is instrumentation and sensors, and subject code is 316062. Okay, let us understand what is examination scheme. So the subject credit is the, and as we know that there are two parts. First one is theory and second one is practical. Now also we have two parts in theory portion. First one is EAC and semester exam, and PE progressive assessment. Okay, EAC contains 70 marks and PA contains 30 marks. Okay, also again in practical portion we have two parts. First one is EAC and semester exam, and PA progressive assessment. Okay, again in practical EAC contains 30 marks and PA contains 20 marks. Okay, so total we have 150 marks. Okay, so this one is examination scheme of this subject. Okay, now let us understand first of all what is instrumentation and sensor. Okay, so now first of all what is instrumentation? So instrumentation is nothing but the art and science of monitor and control the process variables like temperature, pressure, level, speed, flow, etc. Okay, now let us understand what is sensor. So sensor is a device which is used to sense or to detect the physical variables, or we can say that changes in its environment. Then it is send the information to the electronics device. Okay, so sensor is a device which detects the physical variables, and instrumentation is nothing but it is the art and science of monitor and control these physical variables. Okay, now let us understand what is course content of the subject. So we have four chapters. So first one is fundamental of measurement, sensing and instrumentation. Second one we have sensor installation and operations. Third one we have data analysis and interpretation. And fourth one we have frequency domain signal processing and analysis. Okay, so let's start with basic introduction of the chapter number 1, that is fundamental of measurement, sensing and instrumentation. So in this chapter we will learn about what is definition of measurement and instrumentation, different types of physical variables which we are going to sense, or we can say that detect with the help of sensors. Next one is types of sensor. Okay, then next is what is the function of these sensors, then terminology to discuss the sensor applications, then types of instrumentation and sensor specifics. So first one is permanent installation of sensor and temporary installation of the sensors. Okay. So after completion of this chapter, you are able to list out at least 5 common types of sensors. You will be able to describe the function of the sensor, and then you will able to use appropriate terminology to discuss the sensor applications. Okay, then you will able to interpret the signals from a known sensor type. Okay, so we can say that after completion of the sensor you will gain all knowledge of the sensors. Okay, now next one is what is sensor installation and operation. So in this chapter we will learn about predict the response of the sensor to various inputs, construct a instrumentation and a monitor program, then order and methodology for the sensor installation, then different types of sensors, their mode of operations and measurements, then approach planning and monitor programs, then define target, sensor selection, sensor sighting, sensor installation and configuration, and sensor design. Okay, so some basic questions that arise in our mind during the sensor selection, that what quantities need to be measured or monitored, what level of accuracy and precision are required, then are measurements and monitoring requirements short term or long term. Okay, then next during the sensor sighting, some basic questions arrive in our mind, that what are the best locations for measuring the required data, then can sensor visibly be placed, then will installation interfere with the quantity being measured. So some of these basic questions arrive during the sensor sighting. Okay, then next basic question arrive in our mind during the sensor installation, that which installation method will result in the highest quality data. Then next, what is the least abrasive method for installation? What is the most economical method for installation? And are measurements and monitoring requirements are short term or long term? Okay. During the sensor monitoring, we have some basic questions. Is a wireless or hardwire connection is appropriate? Then how will data be stored and archived? So these are the basic questions around during the sensor monitoring, sensor installation, sensor sighting and sensor selection. Okay, so in this chapter, we will learn about all the answer of these questions. Okay. So after completion of this chapter, you are able to predict the response of the sensor to various inputs. Then you will able to construct a conceptual instrumentation and monitoring program. Then you will able to differentiate different types of sensors and mode of operation. Then you will able to describe the method of sensor installation. Okay. Now our third chapter, that is data analysis and interpretation. Okay, so in this chapter, we will learn about some fundamental concepts, data reduction and interpretation of the spatial sensor, that is piezometer, inclinometer, strain gauge. Okay, then time domain signal processing. In time domain signal processing, we will learn about what is discrete signals, what is analog signals, what is signals and noise, and what are the methods to remove this noise. Okay, and here we have some method to remove this noise signal, that is signal detrending, moving kernels, then stacking and then spike removals. Few examples related statistical information to calculate average, value, standard deviation, median, mode and range. Then our last chapter will be frequency domain signal processing and analysis. Okay, so in this chapter we will learn about near-field frequency domain analysis and its principle, conclusion about physical process based on analysis of sensor data, then combine signal in a meaningful way to gain deeper insight into physical phenomena, then basic concepts in frequency domain signal processing and analysis, then what is Fourier transform, what is fast Fourier transform, and some example problems related noise reduction with filters and leakage and frequency resolution. So what is the purpose of this chapter, that is frequency domain analysis of the signal. So in engineering and statistics, frequency domain is a term used to describe the analysis of mathematical functions or signals with respect to frequency rather than time. Okay, second, the most common purpose for analysis of signal in a frequency domain is the analysis of signal properties. Okay, so after completion of this chapter, we will able to analyze the signal properties. Okay, next the engineer can study the spectrum to determine which frequencies are present in input signal and which frequencies are present in output signal. Okay, then we will learn about the characteristics of the signals, then add and subtract the frequency to the original signal, and then last we will learn about what is Fourier transform. So Fourier transform is generally used to convert time domain signals into frequency domain signals. Okay, so this is the purpose of chapter number 4, to analysis of the signal and signal properties, and what is the better signal and what is the characteristics of the signal, and how we convert the time domain signals into frequency domain signals. Okay, so at last, after completion of this chapter, you will able to explain the need of frequency domain analysis and its principles, then draw the conclusion about the physical processes based on the analysis of sensor data, and then combine the signal in a meaningful way to gain deeper insight into physical phenomena. Okay, so now what is the objective of this course is to understand what is instrumentation, what is sensor, what is different types of sensors, and what is the function of the sensors, and what is technology of data acquisition, what is digital signal processing, what is damage detection algorithm, and what is lifetime analysis and decision making. Okay, next is this course introduce theoretical and practical principle of design of sensor system. So the topic include in this chapter, that is transducer characteristics, force, acoustics, current, temperature, pressure, electric, magnetic, gravity, salinity, concentration of contaminants, velocity, heat flow, and optical device. Okay, and the limitations on this device imposed by building environment, signal processing and recording, then noise sensitivity, sampling limitations, and standards. Okay, after learning this course, you should be able to specify the requirement in the calibration of the sensors and instruments. You should be able to suggest proper sensor technologies for specific applications, then design and set up measurement system, and you should be able to analyze the error during the measurements. Okay, so after learning this course, you should be able to specify the requirement of the sensor, suggest a proper sensor, design and set up the measurement system, and you should be able to analyze the error. Okay. Now what is important of this subject? So it is also often necessary to monitor the response of the pre-construction and post-construction environment to external loading. So this requires an understanding of the sensor, transducer, surface measurement, remote sensing, and data collection. So to monitor the response of the pre-construction and post-construction, we have knowledge about what is sensor, what is transducer, what will be the input and output of the sensors, what is data collection, what is remote sensing. Okay. So the first module will provide us an overview of the sensor technology. So the second module will provide us an overview of the installation, monitoring, siting of the sensors, and then third and fourth module will provide us an overview of the what is the input signal, what is the output signal of the sensor, and how we remove the noise from the output of the sensors, and there are some methods to remove the noise and signal processing of the sensors outputs. Okay, now let us understand what are the different types of sensors are available in market. First one is temperature sensor to measure temperature. Second, flow and level sensor to measure flow and level. Tilt sensor to measure tilt. Then acceleration and gyroscope sensor to measure acceleration. Then ultrasonic sensor to measure target. Pressure sensor to measure a pressure, light sensor to measure light, proximity sensor to measure again object or target, metal detector, water flow and heartbeat sensor, then touch sensor to measure touch, force cell to measure a force, then color sensor, then vibration sensors, smoke, fog, gas, ethanol and alcohol sensors are also available, infrared sensor, then humidity, soil moisture and rain sensor. These are the different types of sensors generally available in market. Okay, but what are the main sensors which we are going to use in civil engineering? So first one is piezometer to measure pore water pressure in a ground level. Okay, second one is inclinometer to measure angle of slope, elevation or depression of an object with respect to gravity's direction. Third one is strain gauge to measure a concrete strain, soil pressure, water pressure, stress, displacement, inclination and other various physical quantities. Okay. Then LVDT to measure the linear displacement. Okay. Then load cells to measure total pressure in or on diaphragm walls, retaining wall surface, slurry walls, tunnel lining. Okay, so these are the main sensors which we are going to study in this course. Okay, so our main focus in this course is to understand what are the function of this sensor and what are the application of this sensor and how we can install this sensor, how we can monitor these sensors, what is the input and what is the output of these types of sensors. Okay. Now, what are the reference books for this subject? So there are two reference books available in market. First one is Allen S. Morris for instrumentation and measurements. Then second one is Devil A. Bell electronics, instrumentation and measurement. So in this subject we will learn about what is the sensor, what is the function of sensor, and what are the sensors which we are going to use in civil engineering, and what is the input, what is the output, and how we can interpret the output of these sensors, and what is the use of the sensor, and what is the main application of the sensors in civil engineering. Okay, so this is the basic introduction of the subject. In next lecture we will continue our chapter number 1. Okay, thank you for watching this video.